My son is a crypto millionaire at age 18, a sentence your mother will never speak. But for a small, niche group of people, this is a reality, and it has something to do with the 1 million meme coins being made every day. Take a look at this. 5 coins in a second. Why is everyone doing this? What's the incentive here? Someone must be making a lot of money, right? And how can we make money? Before we tackle the issue of making money, we need to know where these coins are traded at. The trenches. This is unironically the term people use when you're trading on these websites. You are in the trenches. You're a soldier. Get in there and fight. AKA lose your money. Where are the trenches though? Well, you have a variety of sites like Photon, Bullx, DexScanner, etc. But the crowd favorite so far is a site called Axiom. It has a lot of useful features that I won't get into today, but I highly recommend using this site. Here is where one can start buying and selling shit coins full time. Hey dad, what's your brother up to? I heard he quit his job selling used Nissan Altimas to focus on more important endeavors. Yeah, he told me he does high frequency trading based on the volatility and liquidity of small cap markets. AKA he lost all of his retirement fund in JD Vance's socks. Okay, wait, why did someone actually make $2,000 from this? There are a lot of different methods to make money here, and for some people, a lot of fucking money. So I'm going to give you a diagram to digest, representing different ways of making money. Okay, so think of a city, right? And around that city are a set of walls, and within each of those walls is more civilization. Just think of the city layout from Attack on Titan, and each segment of the city representing a different part of crypto trading markets. On the outside layer, we have something called scalping. Let's take a look at this. This is the most basic way of making money. These markets have massive up and down swings in very, very short periods of time. This is called volatility. You're utilizing these swings to make money. Buy down here and sell up here, right before the coin shits itself. Because these coins swing so quickly, you can make hundreds of percents in literal seconds, and that's normally the length you trade for this. You find yourself buying and selling in the same breath. A lot of it is just based on feeling. What influences that feeling though? A solid narrative. Does your coin have a lure to it? Is it riding trends that other coins have already succeeded from? Is the coin linked to a Twitter page related to it? Does it have good volume in the past 5 minutes? Is it bundled? And about 200 other factors that we won't get into today. But all of this ties into narrative. Beware, you can still get dumped and lose all your money even with a promising coin. Being the small fish is never fun. While I was trading with one of my friends, he turned $200 into $2,000 in 2 seconds. So the upside here is pretty addictive. If you don't want to trade based on pure retard willpower, you can follow a set strategy. Whatever strategy you choose, make sure you abide by what I call the golden rule. You're looking for a volume to market cap ratio of around 4 to 1 or higher. So if you're trading a coin with a market cap of 25,000, the volume should be around 100,000. The lower this ratio, the more likely it is to be a scam. Think of a pyramid made from bricks, and flip it upside down. You pull the bottom brick and the whole thing falls over. That's what the inverse of this ratio is. This is the quickest way of spotting a rug pull. So for the strategies, this can be whatever, but for today we're going to look at buying coins post-migration. What do you mean a coin can migrate? I was also very confused at this, but bear with me here. On Axiom, when a coin hits a market cap of 52,000, it does something called a migration. This sends it to the big leagues. It's not a micro coin anymore, it's a semi-micro coin. It transfers it to other marketplaces and allows the coin to be bought elsewhere. But this doesn't matter at all. The point is, everyone's eyes are now on this coin because it has enough volume and narrative to last longer than 2 minutes. Right before a coin migrates, it's put on a list called the final stretch. Fortunately, this is not a gay porno. This means it's about to hit 52,000 market cap, and when it does, it migrates, putting all trading on hold for around a minute. Now everyone is sitting around on this 1 minute hold, waiting to see what happens with this coin. Sometimes, the coin developer and everyone else who bought before migration instantly dumps and takes their 2 to 10x profit. From there, the coin has a solid chance of rebounding. JD Vance's socks is actually a good example of this. The coin started as a dev rug pull, but it gained enough traction and had a good enough narrative that people started trading on it. So when the migration wait is over and all the degenerates are released from their trading cages, the coin will sometimes drop pretty notably. And for about 2 seconds after it dips, you'll see a massive spike upwards. Sometimes in the range of 50 to 300%. Do you see the strategy here? Buy the dip and sell when it goes up. It is literally a quick timing event. You're offloading JD Vance's socks into their wallet and taking their money in return. A fair trade. This is not guaranteed, so proceed with caution. Because every coin can have thousands of % gains post-migration, the people you are selling to aren't even losing money. In fact, they can make a lot more money than you. There's always bigger fish in the sea. This is one of many strategies, so I would encourage you to go look at some for yourself. The bots. You need to be aware of these when you trade. You essentially have two bots, the bundled bots and the MEV bots. Let's take a look at the bundled bots. These are essentially little minions. They come in and then buy a coin automatically in order to artificially inflate the price and volume. $2 here, $30 there, $50, $5, whatever. 90% of the coin is all owned by 200 different wallets, but those wallets are all controlled by the same person. And when the price is right, they dump. Thankfully, Axiom has a way of tracking what % of the coin is actually owned by the bundlers. This sounds like a racial slur. What makes up 50% of liquidity, but only 13% of buyers? Seriously though, if you see the bundler percentage over 15%, I would recommend not trading it, although in some cases that's not necessarily a red flag. MEV bots. When you place a buy order, you have something called slippage. If I buy for $10, my order won't get filled exactly at $10. It might get filled for like $10.10. So if you have 10% slippage and you buy at $100, you can end up buying for $110 or $90. Some retards have really high slippage. And there are bots that will send a buy order in right before they buy, and sell right before they sell. In this case, we're talking literally milliseconds. This is called MEVing. It can turn your $20 buy order into a $40 buy order, and it looks like this on a chart. Someone's trying to MEV you. My uncle MEV'd me. Should have used MEV protection. MEV protection is unironically a term. Make sure your slippage is low so you don't get MEV'd. So we are sitting here scalping, making like $20 a trade. Not bad, but can we make more? Yes, a lot more. Literally millions if done correctly. But how? For that, we need to make our own coin, pump.fun. This website literally changed the entire ecosystem of meme coins. Think of this like the atomic bomb of crypto. Remember how I said 10 coins are being made a second? All of that is because of Pump Fun. Let me show you how easy it is to make a coin. What I just did is the exact same thing that all these crypto millionaires are doing. Just imagine all the poor immigrants who went their entire life working 16 hours a day so that they could feed their family. Then 400 years later come these 20-year-olds producing Cumcoin, making thousands of dollars. Life really is beautiful. Now that I think about it, I would say this is probably the most retarded way of making money. How do we turn these coins into a bag though? Well, first, a very small percentage of coins that are made actually turn into something tangible. Because there's so many being produced, there's just not enough capital for them all to moon. On top of that, even if there was enough capital, all these coins are momentum based. Money follows money. Y'all can quote me on that. Or maybe, capital consolidates. So we need to figure out how we can become that small percentage of winners. First, we need to get the word out about our coin. Build the narrative up. Our primary candidates for this are Telegram, Twitter, and KOLs. On Telegram, you have these trusted traders who advertise coins they believe have potential. Emphasis on trusted. In this world, you don't trust anybody. Stigma as fuck. They send out multiple notifications a day on various shitters. Right or wrong, just because there's an increase in eyes looking at them, they can pump. KOLs. Key opinion leaders. These are your Michael Jordans of the trenches. Massive P&Ls. That's okay. Massive Ps. The market follows where they speak. And when they do, the momentum just goes and goes. They make coins moon. Some of them can make just about any coin do a 180. Imagine if Drake was like, I'm launching a coin. In this situation, Drake is the KOL. And obviously we're buying a Drake coin. That would fucking print money. If you can't become an insider with the KOLs, which, being realistic, none of us probably will, we could try the Twitter method. Create a Twitter page for your coin. Make it flashy. Throw a nice picture in there. Say some promises you know you won't fulfill. It could be made 10 minutes ago. The people don't care. You just need to give them substance. We can't eat if we aren't fed. I cannot stop cooking with these quotes. The idea is you're giving these people something that they can reference the coin back to. So if they see a Twitter page and it has like 10, 20 likes, that's way better than just a random coin being made with absolutely nothing. Let's boil this down into a step-by-step process. Find a good idea for a coin. Connect a fake Twitter page in the name of that coin. Spam replies with the coin's tag. Build hype around the drop of that coin. Spread the word by any means necessary. Go talk your ass off in some Twitter spaces. And ideally, by the time you make the tweet about the coin being dropped, you have at least 100 people sitting around salivating, hungry, and for good reason. They will probably make money, because the way this works is kind of like a Congo line. The people in front win, and the people in the back can lose. Scratch that. The people in the back will lose, and most people are in the back. You will be in from the back. Pause. It's part of the learning process, because it really is a skill. Your first month on these coins is a net negative, more like your first 6 months. The term for this is tuition. It takes time learning the implementation of this degeneracy, so mentally prepare yourself. But if you find a way to the other side, just know the grass is in fact greener.